Hello everyone, I'm very excited about the newest Cotopaxi Allpa 35L that came out this month. I've been using the previous model of this backpack, which has been the perfect travel backpack for me. Today I'll be comparing the two packs to show you the main differences. So let's get started. To my left is the previous generation or the previous version of the 35L Allpa. To my right is the newest generation, which came out this month, Q3 2024, the 35L Cotopaxi Allpa. So the main difference is, the way you can figure it out is, they have added a new pocket on the top, which you will not see on the previous generation. So that's the main distinguisher that you can see. Next, I'll be talking about the main pockets that they have added. They have also added a water bottle pocket on the newer one, and the previous generation would not have that. So those would be the two main distinguishing factors. Also on the top, now getting to the zippers, you would see that the top front zippers, they have two zippers now. So they have two of these, similar to the main compartment, whereas the previous generation only had one zipper. It's just this one zipper they had. So that's one of the differences. Next, coming to the Carabiner hookups, you would see these hooks, they did not change these. They are pretty much the same in the front, so that you would have 4 of these. The main difference is, in the previous generation, they have the Cotopaxi logo printed on these Carabiner hooks on the top and the bottom. On the newer version, they don't have that printed on it. And also visibly, they have Cotopaxi printed at the bottom of the llama logo, and on the previous generation they don't have Cotopaxi printed on there. But you would still see the model Allpa 35, the same on both of these packs. The handles on the previous generation, you have 4 handles all around, so 2 on each side, 2 on top, and 1 on top and 1 on the bottom. So you get 4 handles to carry the bag. On the newer version, because of the addition of the water bottle holder, they have gone away with the handle on one side, but you still get the handles on the top, the bottom, and to the other side. And also they have changed the placement of the handles a little bit towards the back. I think they are calling it for better weight distribution. And for the previous generation, the handle is almost right in the middle on the top, the bottom, and the sides. And also the handles on the newer version, they are like double folded and well padded wherever they are. On the previous generation, the top one is the double padded one, and the others are like, you know, a very simple kind of a handle on the other 3 sides, as you can see. Now let's look at the compartments. We are going to the top compartment, which is the front one. On the previous gen, you only have 1 zipper. Like I said, they don't have the double, like on the newer one. So it opens up, and you have the keyring hook, and you have a zipper, and they have 2 compartments inside the zipper, and that's pretty much it for the previous gen. For the newer generation, they have these 2, and it opens up. On this one, the keyring they have inside the enclosure instead of the outside. And also on the newer generation, there are no pockets, the arranging pockets that you see in the previous gen. So these pockets, this fold is missing on the newer one, it's not there. And this keyring hook is inside the zipper. On this one, it's outside. Let's talk about the interior. So for the previous generation, the interior flaps open up this way. So this is the outside zipper, and they have attached it over here, so that way they are opening up over here. And the same on this side as well, they open up this way. And they also have a neat little zipper secret pocket inside, where like you can put some of the valuable stuff or whatever. And they also have these 2 compartments, like, which is stitched in between. And the older generation comes with the rain cover in one of these pockets. So that's the older generation. Now let's look at the newer one. The newer one, the flaps open towards the inside. So it's it's open on the outside, and I don't see the zipper or the secret pocket that's in the previous generation in the newer one. So that's missing. And the same here, the flap opens to the inside and it's open to the outside. And also they have got rid of the stitching in between, so it's a larger compartment now, it's easy access. However, the newer generation does not come with a rain cover as part of the pack. Okay, now let's talk about the features on the back. You would get the technology compartment. As you would see, there is a flap inside. You could take an iPad to put it on, and then you can also put like a computer or a laptop that will take it in. And it has this security hook. You can put it back in there. And also to the right on the previous gen model, they have this easy access to the main compartment. So this comes in handy, especially like, if I have to quickly switch out a t-shirt, or like, I have to grab something from the main compartment, it really comes in handy when I'm traveling. That way I need not open up the whole, the main compartment. On the newer generation, they have the technology compartment. So the material is a little bit more soft compared to the previous gen. However, they don't have the flap that would secure the iPad or a laptop that will go on here. So just for comparison, let me show it to you side by side. So this material is more like nylon material, and this is more of like a softer velvet material. And this one has the flap, and this does not have the flap. So that's the main difference. And on the newer generation, they have got away from access to the main compartment. The easy access to the main compartment, there is no zipper over here. So that's the difference. Now let's move on to the straps. The straps on the previous gen were pretty good. Like I always have used, I never had any issues. Like it did not hurt me or anything. It was easy carry. And they have this waist belt as well. And this waist belt on the previous gen is removable. It has a Velcro attachment inside. It's easily removable. And you can take it off if you are not like really hauling it for a longer time. If you are like in a short flight, or if you just need to get out of the flight and then getting into the car, I would usually stow it this way. So that way, like, I can still have it when I need it, and I can just put it back this way, and I can carry the backpack. So that's the way I used to use it. So on the new generation, the hip belt is not removable. It's attached to the bag. It's stitched to the bag. So the way you have, if you want to stow it, you basically have to just fold it in here and just put it into place. And you do the same on both sides, and you are just tucking it in. So that's how you would stow it on the newer generation if you are not using it. The straps on these are very, very well padded, and also they have a material which is more like a breathable material. On the previous gen, they are also very well padded, but they don't look like a breathable material. So definitely this looks much more softer. And also on the back, they have more padding. The previous gen had good padding as well and still breathable. I like the material on the previous gen. On the newer gen, it just feels a little bit more cushiony on it. And also, as you can see, obviously, like they have added this handle on the back where you can carry the backpack this way too. On the previous gen, you would not get that. So regarding the securing of the backpack straps, on both of these, these backpack straps can be stowed behind this padding so that they are not visible if you don't want to. So on the previous gen, these are a little bit thinner, and on the newer gen, as you can see, they are a little bit wider, the straps. Same is the case with the ones on the bottom. They're pretty much the same on the bottom. You can still unhook these and then just stow it inside if you want to hide the straps from the view. Now let's go over the zippers. So on the previous gen, they have, for the main compartment, they have the 2 zippers. It's not a lockable zipper. However, it can still be secured behind this, the security loop, where you would just put it like this, and it's not easily openable. And the same thing with this one as well, the front pocket on the previous generation. On the newer generation, however, they have given a lockable zipper. So where you see these holes, you bring these together and you can put a lock around it. However, they have got rid of the security loop. So if you are not locking it, it's just easy to open it like this. For the front pocket, this is a carabiner loop, but it is not really a security loop because it just ends over here. However, on the previous generation, the loop goes over the zipper. So when you put this in place, it's not easy to open it up. So that is one of the differences that I have noticed. Overall, in conclusion, I really love both the packs. I like the newest feature of this zipper on the new bag, which is missing on the previous generation. The water bottle holder is a great addition for a trade-off of losing a handle here, but you know, there are plenty of handles where you can carry the backpack the way you want to. The water bottle holder is missing. Me personally, I don't use the water bottle holder so much, so that's not a big trade-off for me. However, I have traveled with this backpack extensively in Asia, Europe, and South America. And for me, the addition of this, the zipper over here is a nice feature, but not an essential feature, because I would not store anything valuable in this zipper, because when you have it on the backpack, it's just easy. It's not that somebody will steal it, but I would still be worried about keeping anything valuable like a passport or jewelry in this particular pocket. This is more of use for probably like a face mask or like some chewing gum, mints and stuff like that. I would not put anything valuable in this front pocket. So for that reason, like, you know, this one, especially with the front one having this, the loop lock, I just feel very secure, because like, you know, it cannot be easily accessed. Somebody has to come in and put their hands through and have taken it out, which is not really the case with this one. It is still very accessible, and they don't have the lock mechanism on the front zip, only for the main compartment one. So that's the other one. One of the biggest reasons that I'm still going to stick with the previous generation is the access to the main compartment, which is this one. This really comes in handy for me, because I don't have to get into the backpack to just get a simple thing, just like a t-shirt or like, you know, change of a pant. I can still get to the quick access to the main compartment, and this one does not have the quick access to the main compartment. So those are the main reasons why I would still stick with the previous generation backpack. But both of these are fantastic backpacks, especially the extra padding on the newer one, and the comfort is a good feature. Also, me personally, I don't use the waist belt as much, because this is a smaller backpack and I'm not really trekking or doing, you know, long hours of activity with this one. So I usually stow it this way, and if I have to carry it around for a longer time, I would just put it back in place. In this one, it is still, they can still be hidden, but that's one of the reasons why I'm still going to stick with the previous generation. As to what I'm going to do with this one, my daughter is going to get this newer pack. So thanks for watching, and hope this has been informative and helpful in picking out the previous gen versus the newer gen. So use your judgment.